Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. It is day 9 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. It is the 28th of November. It is potentially the biggest sales day for CIG with Aegis Day. So Aegis, they sell the Idris and the Javelin. So a lot of people are going to be trying to buy them. I had a big lag spike when it went 4 PM UTC, and I think that was a load of people jumping on the RSI website to try and buy an Idris or a Javelin. I suspect Wave 1 has already sold out. We will talk about that in a minute when we take a look at the website. There's only a couple of ships actually on display from Aegis in the hall, but you can rent all of the Aegis ships and previous day ships on the little rental kiosks at the front of the Expo hall. So go check those out if you are interested. You've got an Avenger Titan here. I really rate the Titan as a sort of starter ship. As sort of the most people should start with this ship kind of thing. I think it's got a little bit more than sort of like the bare bones starters with the Aurora and the sort of Mustang MR. Yeah. I really, sorry, Aurora MR and the Mustang Alpha, I should say. Got them confused in my head. But yeah, it's got a big weapon mount on the front, on its nose, and then you've got two little side mounts. It's also got an interior. The Titan version has room for cargo in the back, but it's also got a little interior for you to sleep in. Really great little starter. Loads of upgrade options. There are a load of other versions, which we'll talk about in a minute. I think a lot of people worry that, they might be fighting like a Warlock or something, which is the EMP version. You just see the silhouette of the ship, right? And you're like, and then we've got one of my favourite medium fighters. Well, I say that. So this is kind of one of the sister chassis of my favourite medium fighter in-game, or one of my favourite medium fighters. So I'm a big fan of the Sabre. I think it's absolutely fantastic little medium fighter with a little bit stealthy, high-tech sort of weapons, pretty multi-role. Yeah, very cool medium fighter. And then you've got the Sabre Raven, which is where this ship takes its cues from. Sabre Raven was a promo ship, basically going, let's strip down the Sabre sort of hull and give it a couple of little EMP generators as well. But the Peregrine goes, I know, you want a racer, using that sort of kind of Sabre Raven hull. It's a little bit different, but it's effectively a stripped down Sabre. It's supposed to be fast and agile, and it is. I don't think I've flown the Peregrine much. I think I've very briefly flown it when it first came out. It's not my favourite version of the ship, that's why. There is nothing else to see in the Expo Hall today. Lots potentially tomorrow with Best in Show. But we will go check out the RSI website. We'll go see the fact that the Idris and the Javelin have almost certainly sold out. And yeah, let's go check that out. Tomorrow is Best in Show day. So I think this is technically the start of the finale as well. But we should see, potentially on the stage over here, I'm not sure if they will turn up or not, but they might, because of the skins they want to sort of display on them. We might see the Polaris, the Asgard, the Zeus Mark II ES, and the Gladiator all sort of appear here. If you have those ships in your hangar, you've bought them with real money, you will get the Best in Show skins, and you'll be able to rent those ships out tomorrow as well. So what is available on the RSI website? I did check to see if there was a Javelin tour going on, because the elevator kept on suggesting there was a Javelin tour going on, but it does not appear that there is one, unfortunately. So we've got an Eclipse on Warbond sale. How much cheaper is it? So it's $300 normally, $275, $25 cheaper on Warbond. We've got 23 ships and vehicles today from Aegis. So we've got the Avenger Stalker. So this is the bounty hunting version of the Avenger that we saw a minute ago. $60 for that, basically replacing the cargo bay with a load of pods in the back. And we'll check out some of the paints today as well, because I have quite a lot of Aegis ships. We've got the Avenger Titan, $60 for that as well. Well, that's interesting, because it's effectively, I suppose it's got the cargo bay, but the Stalker is kind of more, right? Although I do think the Titan's more useful. But yeah, interesting. $60 for that. It is my preferred starter ship. 8 SC of cargo there. You've got the Titan Renegade, which is basically a loadout and skin variant for the Titan. Got the Avenger Warlock, $85. It replaces the cargo bay / whatever else bay in the back with an EMP. I think a lot of people are like terrified of just seeing an Avenger flying around. You've got the Eclipse. The Eclipse has, I think, 3 size 9 torpedoes as standard. These are hugely powerful. I believe they will one-shot if they hit a Perseus. Although the Perseus's sort of automated PDT defenses can normally shoot down 1 before it hits, maybe. But if you fire like 2 or 3, that one hits a Perseus, boom, that Perseus is gone for the most part. Although you are going to be starting to bankrupt yourself because they're pretty expensive. But yeah, it's a stealth fighter with these giant torpedoes on it. Got the Gladius, $90. Durable, light fighter. Going to be using it loading Squadron 42. I really rate the Gladius. I really, really enjoy it. I think it is pretty cool. It's almost approaching a medium fighter, but it's more sort of like an older light fighter. Got the Gladius Valiant variant. Just a different skin and loadout. $110 for that. Hammerhead. So, it's referred to as a heavy gunship. Basically using loads of, as standard, laser repeaters, pew, 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 in manned turrets. Just a load of them across the ship. Fantastic for shooting down fighters and engaging multiple fighters. Or also sort of shooting down missiles and torpedoes, I suppose, when you can target them a bit better. But yeah, it's supposed to be used in a fleet with like things like Perseus, things like an Idris. So this is a great screening ship. $725 though. That is pretty expensive. Oh, I quite like this Stormbringer skin. You've then got the Idris P. Okay, so the bog standard Idris, as it were, the Idris P, loses the nose railgun or whatever else you can put on it. You can mount something else on it in the future, but it doesn't have the railgun of the Idris M. $1,900. Ugh, so expensive. Oh, do they have the weapon kits available to buy? Maybe, but I can't see them. Interesting. Can't see the weapon kit there. Maybe it's because I haven't bought an Idris on this account. Right, I'd actually have an Idris. So you can potentially buy the weapon kits if you've got an Idris. Citation needed. Someone tell me in the comments below. But I can't even buy one. That is interesting. Huh. Also the Javelin. So, Javelin, $3,000 for that. Absolutely ridiculous amount of money. I'm not sure why I can't buy them on the thing, so I'll have to try and work that out. They are going to be sold, as I believe, in 6 waves, starting at 4 PM UTC. I'm assuming the first wave has already sold out, but every 4 hours, basically, they'll be selling another wave of these until 6 waves have been done for the Idris and the Javelin. Yeah, the Javelin is significantly larger than the Idris. The Idris is basically a carrier frigate. So it's got a wing of fighters can live inside it, and you launch them to help support it. It can have a really powerful weapon mounted on its nose, and it's got a load of other turrets. It is a proper capital ship of war. And then obviously the M version, which isn't for sale at the moment, is like more armoured and has the railgun as standard, but there's the K kit, which comes with a big laser, sort of replaces the laser at the front. You've got the T kit as well, which basically has a giant torpedo launcher at the front. Got the Javelin. So the Javelin destroyer, it's absolutely massive. It's significantly larger than the Idris. Yeah, huge amount of weaponry, big torpedoes, lots going on with it. You want to absolutely annihilate a target. Javelin's probably the way to go. There are going to be larger ships in the future. There are things like the battle cruiser they've got planned for next year, going to be turning up. There's the Bengal, which is a super carrier. There's also ships that look like the Argus, that look like they use the Bengal hull and then mount giant guns to it, kind of like a supersized Perseus. But we'll probably find out about them in the future. Nautilus, $725. So this is a concept ship. And I suppose it's worth saying that the Javelin, you see NPCs flying it sometimes, but players can't fly this yet. It'll be coming out probably around Squadron 42 time. And when that comes out, you'll probably be able to fly it. The Idris, though, is available in game already. So Javelin, not available in game yet. Idris, yes. Nautilus, it is a mine layer minesweeper. It sends out a drone, which basically repossesses other people's mines. And then you can launch your own mines, be they little turrets or they being magnetic explosive ones. It's got a big gun on the front as well. It's a moderate-sized ship. $725, though. It is pretty expensive, and we don't know when it's going to be turning up in game. The Reclaimer. Now, the Reclaimer needs a little bit of love, but $400 for that massive, heavy salvage ship. And, yeah, it does what it says on the tin. It does sort of salvage at the highest tier, biggest scale. A lot of people love the Reclaimer. I think it needs a bit of love at the moment. It's a sort of an older ship that needs a gold standard pass. You've got the Redeemer, which is a gunship. It was going to be like a much more hybrid gunship, but got the Redeemer, $230. Lots of forward-facing weaponry. Got a big turret on the back as well. Yeah. I love the way it looks. Very, very powerful ship. Quite like this Valencia paint. Is that how I pronounce that? Quite like the Seraphim paint as well, actually. So I'm a very pro gunship. Talking about gunships, technically the Retaliator is a gunship. So this is pretty modular as well. So it's got torpedoes sort of as standard. I say as standard. That was the common configuration for it. So you've basically got torpedo modules for the front and back if you want, but you can have cargo modules instead. There's going to be a drop pod module. I say drop pod, so drop ship module, I should say. So you can have a load of Marines in the back. Got the Sabre. I was talking about this earlier. It's classified as a stealth fighter, but it's not truly a stealth fighter or anything. It's sort of high tech, good medium fighter that's a bit stealthy. $175 for that. It's not brawly like the Hornets are. We've got the Sabre Comet, which is a different loadout and skin for it, $185. Sabre Firebird. This is using what I was referring to earlier with the sort of the Sabre Raven chassis. $185 for that. That is a combat ship. But I prefer the standard Sabre or the Sabre Raven, which is a promo ship, which you can't get at the moment. Peregrine, the Racer, $185. And then you've got the Vanguard series. So this is a series of what's kind of long-range heavy fighters. And you've got the Harbinger here. So the Harbinger is the sort of more ballistics and missile kind of variant, missile torpedo variant. $290. It's pretty expensive. You've got the Hoplite, which is the drop sort of pod version. So basically these ships change the rear section of the ship to have a different function, or the sort of mid section of the ship. So this one's got a drop pod. It's got room for Marines in. $240 for that. Then you've got the Vanguard Sentinel, which is the E-War variant, basically. $275. And you've got the Warden, which is the standard normal version, but it's supposed to be like durable, and the sense is supposed to be an escape pod. Got the Vulcan. Look, it's Master Chief from the Halo series. The Vulcan is a little drone ship that sends out drones that can do rearming, repairing, and refueling of other ships, as you can see in the little photo there, the screenshot, the concept art. It is a concept ship. We are waiting for the drone gameplay, and the ship should come in at some point. $200 for that. And that, I believe, is everything. So, as I said, we've got the Best in Show tomorrow with those Best in Show ships that won the Ship Showdown, and the Expo Hall might change because of them, but we'll talk about it, whatever. Go check out the Expo today if you want to rent any of those Aegis ships. I didn't check to see if you could rent an Idris. I assume you can. Someone tell me in the comments below. You should be able to. It's whether or not CIG decide that you are allowed to. Did you buy anything during Aegis Day? Did you get yourself Idris or Javelin? Are you keenly pressing F5 every 4 hours to try and get one? Or are you like, whoa, no, they are too expensive? Or can't you work out how to buy them? Because, as I said, I don't know why I couldn't click on one earlier. It wouldn't show me. It turns out that I'm just a dummy. I wasn't signed in. That's why I couldn't see these available, because obviously there's these very expensive packs as well available if you are a concierge member. But yeah, I believe I would see the weapons packs if I had an Idris P on this account. But I do not. So yeah, they're obviously sold out, the first wave, and assumedly the Javelins are sold out as well, yes. Oh, they're so expensive. But yeah, as I said, tell me if you bought one, or if you're trying to F5 to get one, and good luck. Something else that you should do is click down below, get yourself some NordVPN. What's that? NordVPN.com/BoredGamer for the best darn VPN experience that I've ever advertised on this channel. Click it down below, and get yourself some Tobii eye trackers as well. Get like 7 or 8 of them. Why not? Maybe just one. Probably one's good enough. 20% off at the moment for their Black Friday sale for precision head and eye tracking, natively supported in Star Citizen. They're superb. Thanks for watching. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. For November, we are giving away the latest in pristine technology, the Grey's Market Shiv, a heavy fighter with a bucket of weaponry, and the first compound ship in game. It is made up of a cutlass and a load of other ships stuck together. It comes with lifetime insurance and a game package, all you need to play Star Citizen. But we're also bundling in a CitizenCon digital goodies pack, just loads of FPS items and stuff that you can put around your hangar and your base eventually. Just comment on any of our videos during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. Also, a big thank you to CIG for providing that prize. If you would like to further support the channel by clicking the join button under our videos and becoming a channel member or becoming a Patreon, then please do. It helps out a ton and enables us to make daily Star Citizen content, even when the YouTube algorithm or revenues are unkind. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click any of the affiliate links under our videos. That helps too. It gives us a little kickback. Share with us your feedback and what you'd like to see. We'll see you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video.